Okay, so where do I even start with Sonic X Shadow Generations? I was expecting the ultimate Sonic game of the century, but what I got instead was just a lame mess that doesn't even know what it wants to be. Who's sitting around thinking, yeah, I really want to play as a blue rat running around chasing coins? This game tries to pretend it's got nostalgia by bringing back old levels, except guess what? The old levels were trash to begin with, so why would anyone want to revisit them? It's like when you find an old pair of socks in the back of your drawer and think, yeah, this is a good idea, only to remember they have holes and stains from stepping in dog poop. Sega, time to take notes from real games like Monster Hunter or Destiny 2, where they actually make tons of new content instead of recycling things. Let's start with the story. Can someone explain to me why this game thinks it's okay to give us a plot that makes no sense whatsoever? Apparently, Shadow and Sonic are facing their pasts or something. But seriously, how many times can these guys face their past before we can just move on? Speaking of Shadow, what even is the point of having him in this game? He's like some emo wannabe version of Sonic, except slower and less fun. They obviously wanted to make a Batman game but forgot to add any of the things that make Batman interesting, like superpowers and solving mysteries by punching. And let's be real, Shadow's storyline makes zero sense. This game feels like it was written by a 12-year-old who just discovered what a time machine is. I didn't sign up for Sonic X Doctor Who. You want a great story? Go read a book or watch X-Arm. Let's talk about the graphics, which are straight up embarrassing. Did they even try to make this game look good? Have these people ever heard of ray tracing? It's like they slapped a coat of paint on some 1990s Sega Dreamcast graphics and called it a day. Meanwhile, we've got Cyberpunk 2077 with its realistic cities, and Madden 25 with its detailed enemy models. Sonic is supposed to be fast, but the frame rate drops every time I move the camera. I've seen PowerPoint slides with smoother frame rates. They're trying to make you feel like you're running super fast, but you've got no control over anything. Sega needs to copy GTA's idea of mashing a button to run fast. It gives you more control over your speed. Plus, it increases immersion when you get tired. In Sonic X Shadow, you might as well put your controller down and let the game play itself. Oh wait, sometimes it does. There's this mechanic where you just press one button and boom, the game plays itself for you. Who thought this was a good idea? If I wanted to watch a Sonic movie, I'd just go back and watch the terrible live-action one from 2020. I think Sega really needs to consider patching in a battle pass and offering things like more coins appearing in stages and some power-ups like in Mario. Hopefully they're going to announce some microtransactions like unlocking all stages and maybe a bonus story where we can play as a good guy Shadow. Let's talk about online multiplayer for a sec. Oh wait, there is none. Can you believe that? It's 2024 and they didn't bother to include any online features. No co-op, no battle modes, nothing. Meanwhile, games like League of Legends and CSGO are building supportive, friendly communities with their multiplayer modes. Sonic X Shadow Generations? Nah, they were like, let's just make a single-player game and call it a day. They must really think people don't want to play with their friends. Or maybe they just ran out of ideas. I would have liked to have seen at least a Battle Royale mode, or maybe a gun game mode for Shadow. Let's be real, the only reason anyone would even consider playing this catastrophe is because they're blinded by nostalgia. It's like those people who still think Pokemon is good just because they played it as a kid. Sonic X Shadow Generations is living proof that Sega should have stopped making Sonic games after the first one. This game is so bad that it makes Sonic Adventure look like a pillar of the genre. In a world where games like Black Ops 6 exist, Sonic X Shadow Generations is a relic of a time long past. It belongs in a museum next to other bad decisions like the Half-Life sequels or the Game Boy. Rating: 1 Sonic coin out of 10.